So where did you grow up? California. Chat, write these down. She from Cali. What's your level of college? Junior college, then modeling. She's a model. With whom did you have a relationship from 2021 to 2024? Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
So guess what? 50 Cent wasn't the only one getting close to Daphne Joy. Turns out Diddy was deep in the mix too. Yep, word is he had a whole secret setup going on for 6 years. Behind the scenes, he was hooking up with Daphne and supposedly even handling all her bills during that time.
Okay, 50 Cent just posted Bert and Ernie on his Instagram. 50 Cent, Bert and Ernie were the nicknames that Diddy gave to the Jane Doe when they met. The very first time they saw each other in a bathroom, he said, let's give each other nicknames, Bert and Ernie. 50 Cent just posted Bert and Ernie.
And now, 50 Cent just dropped some wild receipts. There's this alleged phone call between Diddy and Daphne that actually got played in court, and it's been talked about for years. 50's been clowning Diddy all over Instagram like it's a full-time gig, posting memes, roasting him nonstop. But this time, it ain't comedy anymore. This just got super personal. Why? Because Daphne Joy, 50's own baby mama, just showed up in court to testify against Diddy. Yep, she took the stand and basically exposed their whole situation. Word is, she told the feds how she was getting treated like one of Diddy's girls, just like young Miami. Daphne was living that sugar baby lifestyle, getting flown out, hooked up with gifts and cash, all in return for keeping Diddy entertained. And while young Miami was raking in $200K a month, get this, Daphne was only getting $10,000. That's straight from the court docs. She got paid $10K for 2 luxury trips with Diddy, 9 days in Turks and 6 in the Bahamas. That's 15 days total. Do the math. That's just $750 a day. For real? And let's not forget, she's 50 Cent's baby mama. Fans are livid. Social media is on fire right now because this ain't just about some random hookup.
She said that she has a baby daddy who, her baby daddy and Diddy have a well-known animosity. They do not get along. And so she talked about telling Diddy, like, oh, I just want to let you know who my baby daddy is. He was like, I don't care who your baby daddy is. Of course he.
This just hit home for 50 in the worst way. This is Daphne Joy. Yeah, the mother of 50 Cent's son, sire. And what's playing out right now? It's looking like a slick shot aimed straight at 50's image. People been digging up old pics from back in 2012, showing 50 and Daphne all booed up, walking the beach, riding jet skis, him grinning like he hit the jackpot. Folks back then said 50 was really into her. That was the year their son was born, and on the outside, everything looked chill, even after the breakup. Sire was already making moves as a toddler. He landed a major modeling deal for kids' headphones at just 2 years old and reportedly brought in $700,000. But behind closed doors, things weren't so pretty. Word from insiders says Daphne allegedly started messing with Diddy not long after she and 50 split. That's crazy considering 50 and Diddy have been at each other's throats for years. So now people are saying Daphne's move was straight up revenge. Like, why else would you get involved with your baby daddy's biggest rival? Some are even calling her out, saying maybe she never really cared about 50 at all and was just playing a long game from the start. A few folks even claim she had been working as an escort, and 50 knew but still decided to have a child with her anyway. But here's where it gets even messier. In 2024, Daphne came forward with serious accusations, allegedly claiming that 50 assaulted her and got aggressive during their relationship. That's a huge allegation, and the timing raised eyebrows, especially since it came right after Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy ended with her getting $20 million. Now people are wondering, was Daphne trying to follow the same playbook? But 50 Cent didn't just sit around and take the hit. Nah, he fired back the legal way. He went ahead and filed a defamation lawsuit saying Daphne's wild accusations came right after he tried to get full custody of their son. Sounds like he thought it was all just a move to block him. Eventually, Daphne deleted the post, and 50 dropped the case. But by then, the damage was already done. That mess was out in the world. Now jump to June 2025, and things took another wild turn. Courtroom insiders started whispering that Daphne was actually Jane Doe, the secret witness testifying against Diddy in his federal case. People inside the courtroom said the mystery woman got emotional, tears flowing, as she described how Diddy allegedly pressured her into doing some real out-there stuff. She talked about being pulled into wild scenes involving baby oil, like 24 bottles worth. That's not romance. That's a full-on slip-and-slide situation. And according to her, she was so deep in love with Diddy that she'd do anything to keep him happy, even if it meant crossing some serious lines. Once 50 caught wind that Daphne was possibly that Jane Doe, he hit his limit. He jumped on IG and posted a pic of himself with his son, their son, looking like, "What is mom even on right now?" The caption was straight up WTF, and right after that came a voicemail that left everyone stunned. So get this. An audio clip was allegedly played in court where Diddy's heard telling Daphne to get on with the job, and yeah, it sounds just as shady as it reads.
Sensual. That was a word that the man next to me said today during the Jane Doe's testimony. Now remember, this is day one of the Jane Doe's testimony and the prosecution is setting the stage. Right now, all we know is that she was in love with Diddy, so in love with him, in a lustful relationship, full of Molly, ecstasy, sometimes ketamine, having these freak-offs, but they call them debauchery or like wild nights. And so far, she said she willingly participated because she loved him.
Once this started blowing up online, 50 Cent went all in. He dropped a wild video of some girl getting hit in the face with sausages like it was some kind of eating contest. And he didn't even bother with a caption. Didn't need to. Everyone knew what he was implying. Basically, he was saying that's how Daphne had been moving for years. Then he straight up called her an adult worker. At first, people thought he was just trolling like usual, but nah, this time, he was coming fully loaded with receipts. And then came the bombshell post that really turned heads. He put up a photo of Ernie from Sesame Street in lingerie. The caption? He wanted me to call him Ernie. That was no random joke. People knew exactly what 50 was getting at. It was a shot at Diddy's rumored preferences and alleged wild behavior behind closed doors. 50 was taking it to another level, throwing heavy shade about what might have gone down in those bedrooms. With Diddy's girls and possibly others. Now, courtroom sources say Daphne broke down on the stand, crying, saying Diddy pressured her into being with escorts and doing freaky stuff she never agreed to. But online, folks are skeptical. The internet's buzzing, but a lot of people ain't buying her version of the story. Folks online aren't holding back. Some are saying Daphne only flipped the script now because the feds are closing in hard. They're calling her out, saying if she was really a victim, why was she still cashing those checks like clockwork? Even DJ academics jumped in, laughing it up like, "We been knew this chick was shady." And now that it's all out in the open, social media is having a field day. One person posted, "Daphne Joy, when 50 called her an ex-worker, he clearly knew way more than we did." Shaking my head. But still, she is the mother of his child. That sparked even more debates. Another user said, "I'm shocked. That's 50's type? I always thought he'd go for women who move like bosses, classy, powerful, wow." And someone else got real blunt, writing 10K a month and no protection. She had to be desperate for cash. That's way too risky to be messing with S-workers like that. Now the internet's divided. Some think 50 went too far by dragging his baby mama through the mud like this. Others believe Daphne's not as innocent as she claims. So what's the real deal here? Was she a victim, or just another player who got played even harder? Sound off in the comments. Don't be shy. And if you're locked in on this drama, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest in wild celebrity twists. And hey, don't go anywhere. The next video on your screen, it's even crazier than this one.